Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to assemble my February junk journal. So this is basically the journal that I use to document the day-to-day. I write in it. I also do a week at a glance. I don't have my January one in here because I'm in the middle of kind of finishing it up because we only have what, 2 more days of January left. So I'm kind of working on that and finishing up a couple of things, and then but I wanted to go ahead and get my February one ready to go so that I can move right into my journal here, because I think the first is on a Saturday, this Saturday. So okay, so basically I kind of put together, this is a cover. These are notebooks, traveler notebooks that are in my shop. This is the art piece I'm going to be using. I almost did heartstrings, which was the little girl that is holding the hearts, but strawberry shortcake is also is a big favorite of mine, and I thought with the pink and the reds it just goes with Valentine's as well, and the theme of, you know, hearts and pinks and all that kind of fun stuff. So anyway, so I went ahead and decided to use her, and then I pulled a couple of different things. I had this what do you call it, notepad that has the strawberries on it, the kind that you put on your refrigerator. So I have that. I picked this. I had a pack of ephemera that I had looked into, and when I saw it said Embraceable You, I thought, oh well, that is Valentine themed. And then this was the packet of ephemera that came in the Valentine kit, the Valentine CWR kit that that just came out. And so it is just full of pretty, you know, the theme was right. So it was in the, it had roses, it has angels, it has cherubs, it has hands, because, you know, the big theme was kind of like with the hands. But anyway, it's Valentine theme, and it's so pretty, and it's by Bo Bunny. And then I also pulled this out of an old recipe book, and it had strawberry shortcake on it, so I thought that would be a cute piece to put into the notebook. And then of course this is from a little golden book, and I had the February on it as well, so I thought that might work in this journal. And then this is actually from Susan Branch. I have her, I'm trying to put, if you order a junk journal for the month, I'm trying to add one of these in there as well, because I do have quite a few. Although, you know, I've tried to buy them, they're out of print, and so I've tried to buy them on eBay, and I kind of watch, you know, like on Amazon, and I just kind of periodically go on there and watch them. If I ever see them, I'm going to buy some more, because what I like to do is add this at the front of my journal, and then I kind of write just a little tidbit on what's happening that particular month, or what my expectations are, or what's going on, those kind of things. I picked up this adorable Dotson Valentine card at the Dollar Tree, and I have to put it in here because, you know, we have our little poke. So I'm hoping that I can work it out where I can, like, just maybe trim it off just a little bit and be able to fit this into the journal. And this is actually just an extra sheet that I pulled out of the Bo Bunny pack, and the reason I pulled it out is because I want to do like a shaker type piece for in here, because I want to add some pretty little sparkles, and I got new sparkle that I want to add to my excuse me, a shaker in there. And so I had thought about trying to put this inside. This is actually just a page protector from the Happy Planner, and so I thought about putting this inside, but it doesn't quite fit. But I had another great idea, which was the postcard of the art piece from this past kit. I basically wrote a story about this art and where the idea came from. It's actually from my grandmother, and so I'm going to slip her in here like that and make it into a shaker. So that's the plan, and we're going to put that in my journal as well, because I wanted to put some sparkle in my February journal. And then the rest of this little ephemera here is, I had some book pages and some hymnal pages. This adorable little card, I believe I got that from the Happy Marigold kit. And then some more sparkle little confetti hearts, which are so pretty. I got these at Hobby Lobby. And then, of course, you can't have Valentine's without little paper hearts. And then one thing that I'm going to also offer on my website, on my blog, once I post this, I'm going to be doing this free printable. These, I've been wanting to use these hearts, like, I think I have one right here to show. They're actually little doilies, heart-shaped doilies that I've had forever. I don't even know where I've got these from. But, you hear the train, it's coming. But I basically scanned these guys in, and then I scanned one of my vintage table that had the red rose, and then so I wanted to add these as a printable that you can cut out and put into your journal. And then these guys over here is actually artwork that I had on little canvases, and then this is actually from a vintage handkerchief. So I just wanted to add something for you guys to be able to print out and put in your journal as well. So I hope to add these. If I don't add them tonight, I definitely will add them in my journal this sometime in this month, but they will be available for you to print out when I post this this video. So let's get started. So I think the first thing I'm gonna do is figure out exactly the fun thing about putting together junk journals is you can put whatever you want, and it's fun collecting pages. Now, since I only do a month at a time, excuse me, a month per notebook, I'm kind of limited where I can't just put all the pages, but I think I'll be able to fit all of these in here. So let's go ahead and get started. I thought with the actual little Dotson card, I'm going to go ahead and take it out of here and see what I can do with it, how I can get it to fit in here. So this is the envelope. Okay, save that envelope for another time. And then I think it's actually going to be a little too big, so let's see where. I definitely don't want to cut the wiener dog off, so I think I might be able to trim down these sides a little bit. So let me get my cutting board over. It's right behind me, so give me just a second and I will cut this and see what I can get, what I need to cut off of here. Okay, so that was perfect. So I just trimmed off the sides, and then I'll be able to add him in there, and then of course that gives me a couple extra little pages to be able to add some wording and some pictures and those kind of things. So basically my rule of thumb is I pretty much do, like, I have 8 sheets folded in half, and then I kind of like, typically I'll do like 2 sheets because I like to be able to have them where they open up and basically you know, have where they can still be blank, I guess, like this, where I don't necessarily have anything in between. So I usually do every 2 sheets I put some sort of different kind of papers in there. So kind of like that. So I'll do 2 of that. I was debating whether I wanted to cut the holes off the top, but I think I'm going to just keep them on there. I don't know. I was debating about that, and I didn't. I'm just going to move forward, and then if I decide to come back, I can. So we got 1, 2, And then the next thing I want to add is the music note. Now this one is another one of those. Oh, I see. I thought maybe it was too big. And I have my bone folder here. I like to actually use this because it really makes the crease nice. So I'm going to put that in there. You know what I didn't pick out was any like pretty cardstock, but I think I'm going to have enough paper in here to where I won't need any. I won't have any room for any cardstock. But if I do, I have some pretty paper I can just grab real quick and include. So put that in there. And then I think that kind of wraps it up. Let's see what else I got in here. So I think this is just, oh, I have my little insert that I want to put. Oh, and this I wanted to fold up and add in them somewhere too. I was going to fold that up. Maybe I'll put it over the music spot. And then, let's see here. I think, let me see if I can fill that. Like, what is that? And that's that little heart. Okay. So I think I have, just so I can add some different, here we go. Just add one little piece of cardstock in here. Let me go ahead and cut this. I think I'll use my scissors. Such pretty roses on there. I wanted to include that in there. And so I'm going to put that in the middle. And then, so the shaker, that's where I'm at. Let me move all this stuff over for a minute, so we can work on that particular. Now I know I have one of those little tools that you use, you know, to seal this, but I think I'm going to try something a little different. First of all, let me cut off the Happy Planner area here because I don't need that. So I'm going to cut that off. You know, the little heat piece of, ow, sorry, that went under my nail. The little heat piece that will seal it. And so I'm going to go ahead, I think what I'm going to do is put washi along here. I'm going to leave this open, so if I wanted to add, like, say, any kind of like journaling card. I was looking for one. Here's one that's actually fall themed. But if I wanted to, once I get into the month, if I wanted to add something, I can definitely do that. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and seal this off. I'm going to put my little sparkles in there. So I had actually had this in part of the part of a kit. I can't remember which kit. And I'm just going to add the remainder to this little jar that I have. And this has just like sequins in it. It has little flowers. It's just such a pretty little blend. And then I'm going to add, I bought this from Hobby Lobby. These are some little flakes, almost like a glittery confetti. And so I'm going to add a little bit of that to my mixture here. I love adding sparkles to things. So I'm going to put that in there, and then I'm going to add just a little bit of, I might need a little bit more. I think I let all my confetti, my new confetti go to the ground, so I'm going to add just a little bit more. Well, now that's pretty. Now I can see all the pink in there. So I'm going to take a little bit here, and I'm going to just pop it into that envelope. Just to create a little special sparkle. I need to put just a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to take some washi, which I had pulled out. A little bit of washi here. I'm going to put some washi on here. Oh, here we go. This is some washi that was in a kit from a couple years ago. I love this one. I've gone through like 2 of these. These are like one of my favorite washi. They've got roses and they were gold foiled on it, and it's that real like papery like Japanese style washi, and it's just so beautiful. So I thought about coming up, but I don't want to hide any of the words too bad. But I think you can see through them. Maybe I'll just not go up all the way, because it did kind of cut off that one word, and I do want it visible to be able to be read. And that should do a good sealant on there. And then of course I'm going to staple it and see how that works. Okay. So I'm just going to kind of crease down the side here. Get a good crease in there. Perfect. I just want to make sure that that opening is on that side. Okay. Now I'm going to put her in here. Let's see here. I think what I might do is move that over. You know, let me think here for a second. Should I put her right there or put her in the middle? That way. I'm just going to play around with this for a minute while I think about it. I'm trying to think which would be better. I think I'm going to put it here so I have these actually like later in the journal and not just where I have to use it. If I keep it in the middle, then it's almost kind of like I have to use it right away, and I don't want to do that. And I'm going to come in here and add 1, 2, add this to the front here. Or, there we go. Okay, so I just kind of changed those around just a little bit. I see with this strawberry one, I'm going to have to trim it off just a little bit because it's sticking out. So let me do that. Usually I do it with my cutting board, but I don't, it's behind me, so I'm just going to eyeball it here. I think I will cut those eyelets off just to give it a more clean look and not so, it focuses more on the picture and not necessarily the pages around it. Yeah, that way it doesn't stick out either. Okay. So it's getting quite fluffy, as you can see. And so let's get it stapled. Let me get my stapler. Now I've talked about these before. This is one that I purchased off of Amazon. And I think they're like $40. They're called, this is a Bostik. And the only thing I say about it, and I love it, I love it, is when you're buying these to get the staples that come with it, because I've tried to use other staples and these are the best for this, for journal making, in my opinion. So I'm going to line that up. And if you wonder why I have this washi, I put the washi on there so that when I'm lining it up on both sides, it's even. It's an even, seems like this is really fluffy. Maybe having some issues with it sticking out, which I'm okay with. I know that typically if I make these for the shop, I don't like the journal pages to stick out over the edges of the cover, but this one may just do that because it does have some bulk to it. Okay, I'll do this side. I can see it kind of sticking over to the pages are, which I'm okay with because it is for me. And then I'm going to do a center one. And what I usually do is just kind of eyeball it and fill the staples underneath it to get an idea. And there you have it. Ta-da! Made. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is clamp this down here. Whoop. These are not the weighted ones. And I'm going to add my page in here like that. And this way I'll come in here and fill out kind of what's going on, kind of what's happening, that kind of stuff for the month of February. What do we have planned? What's going to be happening, going on? Those kind of things. Okay. Oops. Got the glitter everywhere. Now, when I start this, how I typically, when I start out my week, I do a, kind of like a week at a glance. So I'll have, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I have like, I'll do like either Sunday through Monday, or is it Sunday? No, Monday through Sunday. That way I have one page that I open up, and it's basically just, I write in things that are going to be going on, or appointments, or, you know, those kind of things. And then the rest after that, that's when I kind of use the pages as my journaling pages. So with the holiday, I mean, with the first starting on Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to do, kind of have like 2 pages, 2 days where it's not going to be the week. It'll have be kind of like standalone. So I'll have like Saturday and Sunday, kind of a standalone. You know what, I may actually just kind of do like, let me open this up. Is that glued? What is that? I guess it is glued. Maybe I'll just glue that down. I think what I'll do is just do Saturday and Sunday, and then just journal. Because what's going to be, instead of making its own little days and then journaling about it, I'll just make up journal pages. That way it'll have, these will be the 2 days of, sorry, I got glue over here. That's okay. I'll probably come in here with some watercolor or something to cover that up. So I'm just going to leave this kind of blank for that. But I wanted to kind of use these. Oh, here's this, because this is such a pretty paper. I could actually put this on here. Isn't that beautiful? I just love this. I just love this whole pack. I could do that. That way it kind of like covers the glue up. Add some pretty to the pages. I know. You know, one time I remember going to Archivers and they had, what do you call it? I had asked, I said, what can I do? Because I know a lot of people don't use stick glue, but this is like my favorite go-to. In fact, I'm going to have to order some more off Amazon because Walmart is where I typically would buy it. They don't carry it anymore. I haven't seen it, at least over here. And, well, I've checked all the local Walmarts that I've gone to, and they don't have them. So, but they do have it on Amazon. So I'm going to order it off Amazon. But she mentioned having like newspaper, and so I thought that would be a really good idea. Not newspaper, but like an old magazine, and that way you use it and you just flip it over, and it just glues the pages together, and when you're done with your magazine you can just recycle it, you know, so that way you don't get glue like I do everywhere. But I wanted to kind of cut, oh, that turned out really cute. Yeah, see, so that way it has kind of like a little shaker inside the journal, and then a story. I like that. So I was going to go ahead and cut out one of these pieces. And put it in my journal. So I'm just going to kind of do a fussy cut. Not completely where I get really close, since I'm going to be putting it on a white background. But I've always just loved this little heart doily. And usually have it out this time of the year, but I love hearts anyway, so I've always had it kind of sitting where my teacups are. So I'm just going to stick that right there. I was actually looking for an old piece of paper I could use so I don't get glue everywhere, but maybe if I'm real careful. There. That looks so pretty. Okay. So, yeah, so this is kind of just pages in here. Sometimes I just kind of like to go through and add a couple of little things. As I don't want to decorate it up too much, just in case I get down the line and I want to use it for something else as the month progresses. Love that. Love, love, love the flowers. I was going to see if they had, I had one of the hands in here. Oh, here she is. Here's the hand. So I think I'm going to put this rose right here. And add this hand just to the top. It may stick out above that. So I'm just going to put glue on half of that die cut and stick it on here. Doesn't that look romantic? I just love it. Okay. Bending, if I put it too far. Sure did. Sure did. Okay. Move her on back. Move the hand back. There. And maybe I'll come in and reinforce it with some washi on this side. Where's my sparkle favorite washi? That would look really good. I'm excited because I also found out that one of my favorite paper companies, Echo Park Paper Company, they are bringing some of the Alice paper back. It's a little bit different. So now, Alice in Wonderland. So now I'm thinking I need to do another art piece with Alice. and offer another kit because I absolutely love that kit. I still use, I still have, what do you call it? I still have journals that I use with her. I have a sticker set that with Alice, and so I think that would be really fun to do another one. But anyway, there you have it. I still can add lace to here. I could add more of the die cuts. This is that little, like I talked about, maybe adding like a journal card in here. I'm just going to pop this little bird in there for now. But as I get into my journal, I could add maybe some of my favorite quotes or things like that. So I'm just going to pop that in there for now. Anyway, I really like adding these in here. And if I want to do more sparkles, I could do that and then maybe even washi this. Or I might have my little heat gun thingy. So, and there you have it. Lots of sparkles, lots of fun. I need to add some sort of ribbon along the, because I always like to add a little something. I might be able to do something along here. But anyway, we'll do that as the month progresses. But for now, I have it ready to go. It will be here in a few days, or in a couple days. Alright you guys, thanks for watching. Hope you're inspired, and we'll see you in my next video.